Hi guys, Mrnewmobile here. Apple iPhone 12 features leak. And a further image of an iPhone 12 Pro screen panel prototype has now leaked and, unfortunately, it also looks like Apple is sticking with a larger notch on its Pro models as well. The chassis again confirms the angular design Apple will introduce for the range, which takes influence from both the iPhone 4 and the current iPad Pro lineup. That said, with Apple also now all but certain to ditch fast refresh rates on all iPhone 12 models, the iPhone 12 Pro editions, in particular, are losing their shine. Especially considering their significantly higher asking prices. Given this new leaked image is a prototype, there may be some hope that Apple has made a late, more ambitious change for the final iPhone 12 designs, but the signs are not looking good. Apple had been widely expected to shrink the notch for the iPhone 12 lineup, and almost every render showed this would result in a significantly better design. Moreover, with recent leaks also revealing Apple will increase prices while also shrinking battery capacities, the company's decision to stick with the same notch for the fourth successive generation may be a deal breaker for some potential upgraders. We're a few months away from the launch of the 2020 iPhones, which are expected in September or October 2020, but there were already dozens of rumors about the upcoming devices. We're expecting the 2020 iPhones to be called the iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro if Apple follows the same naming scheme it used for the 2019 iPhone lineup. The 2020 iPhones will feature major updates, introducing some of the first design changes that we've seen since the iPhone X was released in 2017. We're expecting 4 iPhones in 3 display sizes which could come in at 5.4, 6.7, and 6.1 inches, x2. The 6.7-inch iPhone and one 6.1-inch model will be higher-end devices with triple-lens cameras, while the 5.4 and 6.1-inch models will be lower-end iPhones with dual-lens cameras and a more affordable price tag. All iPhones in 2020 are expected to feature OLED display technology regardless of price, and a 120Hz ProMotion refresh rate could be included in some of the higher-end models, though that's not guaranteed due to battery life constraints, and Apple could wait until 2021 to add the feature. 5.4 inches, the 2020 iPhone 12 will be the smallest iPhone Apple has released since the 4.7-inch iPhone SE. At 6.7 inches, the 2020 iPhone 12 Pro will be Apple's largest iPhone to date, which is the 6.5-inch iPhone 11 Pro Max. The two 6.1-inch models will be similar in size to the existing iPhone 11. Design-wise, rumors suggest the new iPhones coming in 2020 will feature a significant redesign with a metal frame that's similar to the frame of the iPhone 4 or the iPad Pro. The iPhone 4 had a distinctive flat look for its stainless steel frame, which could be replicated in the new iPhones, bringing the design in line with the 2020 iPad Pro models. There will be a new TrueDepth camera system that cuts down on the size of the notch on the front, though not all iPhones may feature a smaller notch, and there are rumors of a 3D triple-lens rear camera system that uses a laser to calculate depth information for objects in the room, improving both photography and Arkansas capabilities. This is likely to be similar to the LiDAR scanner in the 2020 iPad Pro, and it will be limited to the higher-end iPhone models. 2020 will be the first year that Apple introduces 5G support in the iPhone, allowing the new devices to connect to 5G networks that are much faster than 4G LTE networks. According to rumors, all of the iPhones in the iPhone 12 lineup will feature 5G connectivity, though it's not yet clear if all iPhone 12 models will have super-fast Wave support in all countries, as some countries have not implemented Wave technology. The iPhone 12 models coming in 2020 would use an Apple-designed 5nm A14 chip manufactured by TSMC. The A14 chip is expected to bring both speed and efficiency improvements that could bring small gains in battery life to compensate for 5G, which uses additional battery. Apple has no plans to include a power adapter or earpods in the box with the iPhone 12 models, letting the company cut down on production costs and packaging. Instead, Apple may offer a 20W power adapter that can be purchased separately. The USB-C Lightning cable could get an upgrade, though, with indicating Apple plans to offer a new braided cable design.
I hadn't heard of them until recently. Have to wait and see his accuracy, but I wouldn't worry too much for now. He also advises that the cameras can be different to the renters we've seen. The light sensor on the iPhone 12 can be much smaller than expected. It can be 3 larger lenses with the light sensor smaller in the bottom right corner. Now I'm being told that this camera information is actually correct.
So my advice is can be to disregard for now. You have to wait and see. Some of you may have also seen that John Prosser tweeted a few days ago, say that the iPhone 12 and the new iPads are to be launched in October instead of September. Now this has now unfortunately been confirmed by Apple, as well. Look on my street, who is Apple's chief financial officer, stated, despite the sales of last year's new generation iPhone going on sale in September this year, the company project supplies can be available a few weeks later. Now no reason was given for this, but of course it's going to be down to the current outbreak. We've also had 9 to 5 Mac, forcing the iOS simulator to run at a resolution of 960x2079 in iOS 14, and it of course worked perfectly so. This further confirms that the smallest iPhone 12 can be a 5.4-inch display. Note the shame I had to deliver mainly bad news today, so to trying, and with some good people are saying there's not going to be an in-display fingerprint scanner, but I've been told that there will be also. As I said in my previous video, I would look into the disabled 120 Hz display, and it appears that the vast also falls. Many are claiming that the hardware can be capable of 120 Hz, but applicant to disable it, and this just isn't true. I'm being told the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12 Pro still, it should not be a problem. So not to the upgrades. The iPhone 12 is coming with improved cameras. That was always to be expected last week. I told you guys in the periscope lens is not happening, is that, and save it for next year's iPhone. This is iPhone 12. We still get some upgrades. Michiko advises that Apple moving to Samco and Sony optical lenses, and they're introducing a voice, Coil Motors voice, and this is an improved stabilization that uses magnets instead of the improved the autofocus as well. We had news of improved speeches in the iPhone 12, which again, it was always likely, and this news comes from everything Apple Pro and Max wing back. We don't get to see the speaker itself. We can, in fact. They seem to have better performance, especially with the lower frequencies they provided. A clip of the iPhone 12 speaker playing at 50% volume will go ahead and listen to that now. We will see what news of Gorilla Glass Victors, which is an exciting new strength in class. This will help protect your device's display. Many blogs, and now citing that this is part of the iPhone 12 design, but I'm being told that it's not. Probably the iPhone 12 is not. Adopting this new technology would likely have to wait for the iPhone 13 finally, with some reports from Microtech are now. These are based on quotes from multiple Chinese suppliers, and the saying the 5G iPhones will be postponed until November. The launch will still be in September as expected, and this can be for all 4 models. For we normally see the release a couple of weeks after. Microtech are advising that the LT iPhone 12 can go on sale in mid-October of salt. For now, but as soon as I get some more information and update you guys right away. Unfortunately, that's all the information I have today, with all 4 models launching on the second week of September. It's not going to be long until Apple confirm things themselves. We've already had pretty much the full specs for all 4 models. To quickly run through that now. To start with the it looks ideal for one-handed use, doesn't it? We got the same impression last year when Max Rudberg, a Swedish graphic designer, created a concept illustration of how the new 5.4 inches size might look. The Makata report linked above also supports the existence of the new sizes. The site predicted some while ago that iPhones in 5.4 inches, 6.1 inches and 6.7 inches sizes would be launched in late 2020. The death of Lightning, it's a recurrent rumor, but will 2020 be the year Apple finally gives in and replaces its proprietary Lightning port with USB-C, as it did on it not, since that was a special case. Fast data transfers to and from cameras being a requirement of many digital creatives. And owners of Lightning-based headphones and other accessories would be pretty ticked off. And this is just can record. The iPhone 12 is a 5.4-inch iPhone with lets to progress in the display. From Samsung is important to note straight off the bat. This to progress no means absolutely nothing. So don't get too caught up on that, but nonetheless, it can be an owner display with a resolution of 2348x1080. This gives us a 475 pixels per inch, and it's got an 8-bit color depth, with have been rumors of almost having a 120 Hz displays. Unfortunately, it appears that this model only can be 60 Hz, can be equipped with 4 GB of RAM, and it can come with the choice of 128 or 256 storage. It's got an Armenian frame, and of course, is the Apple A14 Bionic chip with 5G support. The iPhone 12 is coming with Joe cameras on the Ray, and it will, of course, be shipping with iOS 14 for those that want the 4 GB of RAM with 128 storage, is launching a price of $649 if you want to upgrade it to the 256 GB iPhone 12, and it's $750. Next up with the iPhone 12 Max. To be clear, this is the Max and not the Pro Max. The iPhone 12 Max has a 6.1-inch OLED display. This again is a Super Retina. It did not pass the quality assurance test. It comes with a resolution of 2532 by 1170.
This gives us a 460 pixels per inch, and again, it has an 8-bit color depth, get 4 gigs of RAM, choice of 128 or 256 storage, and of course the iPhone 12 Max is powered by the 14 Bionic chip. Aluminium Frame 5G connectivity uses actual camera setup on the rear. For those that want, the 128GB iPhone 12 Max is going to be launching at a price of $749. For those that want the 250/60 version, that in the price rises it to $849. Next up, the iPhone 12 Pro also has a 6.1-inch display with actually the same size as the iPhone 12 Max. We do have an improved display in specs. The iPhone 12 Pro 61-inch Super Retina OLED display with promotion and 10-bit color depth display is manufactured by Samsung and has a resolution of 2532x1170, giving us 460 pixels. Open unconfirmed, and there are few people saying this may not happen. The iPhone 12 Pro comes with 6 gigs of RAM and a choice of 128, 256 or even 512 gig storage. It of course ships with the A14 Bionic chip set. The iPhone 12 Pro is 5G compatible. It comes in a stainless steel frame, and on the rear we get a triple camera setup along with the lighter sense of adapters. For the 128 gigs iPhone 12 Pro it can be $999. For the 256 it's $1,099. The 512 gig iPhone 12 Pro can be $1,299. Last but not least, we have the iPhone 12 Pro Max. The iPhone 12 Pro Max comes with a 6.7-inch outlet display. Again, this is Super Retina display, and hopefully with promotion get a 10-bit color depth, and of course it is manufactured by Samsung to the resolution of 2778x1284. This gives us 458 pixels per inch. Again, we expect and hope it can be a 120Hz promotion display, but there are few. 28 256 0512 internal storage has got a stainless steel frame, and the iPhone 12 Pro Max is of course powered by the 814 Bionic chipset. This does have 5G support just like the iPhone 12 Pro. We get 3 cameras in the rear, along with the lighter sensor. For those who want the 128GB iPhone 12 Pro Max can the launch at a price of $1,099. If you have the 250/60 version, it's $1,199, and for those that want the most expensive in the range, the 512 iPhone 12 Pro Max can be launching at a whopping $1,399. And what is, of course, important to note that these pricing leaks came very early on from John Prosser, has provided plenty of accurate leaks, but also got some of them wrong. Recently he also provided this very early on. So there is a chance that things could change, but personally I think that there at least can be very close to what we see over road. The Apple iPhone 12 is proving to be a great range of iPhones that many of you guys looking forward to is great. We've got all of this in us to have some surprises that launch. While there may be delays in the release date, the launch is expected to be on time, and that will, of course, be 8 September this year. Given the current outbreak, it's likely that it's again going to be an online-only launch event, similar to the last worldwide developer conference. As always, though, if any more information comes to light, I'll be sharing with you guys straight away. But as always, I'd like to know your thoughts in the comments. Was excited for the iPhone 12 launch, and you think we'll get a 120Hz display enabled in the software? Well, have been said, please subscribe, like the video, comment. Thanks for watching. See you.